Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, and I figured I would put this small list together of something that I've been thinking about for a little bit now, because yeah, as I'm sure that just about all you know, last year the PS4 released this Crash Bandicoot insane trilogy, which is just like what it is. Like they re-released the original three Crash Bandicoot games that were released for the original PlayStation, and then they ended up remastering the games for the PS4. So yeah, and they improved all the graphics and stuff. And it was just recently announced that also the original three Spyro games would also end up being remastered and re-released for both the PlayStation and the Xbox, I think. Yeah. And so I figured that I would just put this list together of five of like five other classic video games I would like to see remastered, because with them doing this, it makes me think of what other games they may plan to remaster and re-release for any current console, like PlayStation 4, Xbox One, the Wii U, yeah, just any current console like that. And so yeah. So I just thought of, I really didn't want to do too much. I really didn't want to come up with top 10, because I figured maybe that there's really not really too much out there that I really think should really be remastered, and I just feel I would rather just keep it short and sweet. So I decided to do just a list of 5 games rather than 10 or anything. So yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna count down 5 other classic video games that I would like to see remastered for any uh, current console. Yeah, so it's basically any type of console on here, for whichever console these games were released for before, whether it's a PlayStation game, an Xbox, any sort of Nintendo game, yeah, any kind of game like that. Any old game that was released, say if an old game that was released for the Nintendo 64 or something, or the original Xbox, or yeah, just anything like that. Any game that was released on a retro console, well, I would like to see remastered for any current console like that. So yeah, this is just what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna count down 5 classic video games that I would like to see remastered and re-released for the current console. Alright, so yeah, let me just uh, start talking about this. Alright, so at number 5, I have the original Tomb Raider game. So yeah, the reason I put this on here is because with this new Tomb Raider movie that was recently released, I figured with this new Tomb Raider film doing for a video game movie, it is doing pretty well. It does have a relatively good score on Rotten Tomatoes, and audiences really did seem to like it well enough. I figure maybe with this, with the success that this film is doing, and I figured maybe they could. I would like to see the original Tomb Raider game from the original PlayStation end up being remastered and stuff, and re-released for the PlayStation 4 and stuff, and maybe even also the Xbox One and stuff. Yeah, the reason I'm saying the original Tomb Raider game rather than because I know this new Tomb Raider film was based off of the Tomb Raider game for the Xbox One, but yeah, the reason that I'm going with the original Tomb Raider game for the original PlayStation is because this is more my memories of playing Tomb Raider and stuff. You may remember back when I made my video of my top 15 favorite PlayStation games, I did include the original Tomb Raider on the list, and yeah, the original Tomb Raider is really my memories of playing the Tomb Raider, because yeah, I really haven't played a lot of the more recent Tomb Raider games, the games for the Xbox and stuff, and even if any Tomb Raider games were released for the PlayStation 2 and stuff like that. Yeah, the original Tomb Raider for the first PlayStation was really my memories of playing Tomb Raider. So yeah, and I really would like to see it remastered and redone. I think feel it could improve on the graphics and stuff, because I do remember like the graphics for the original game, they were like kind of a it seemed like kind of choppy, especially at the time. I mean, especially like with the design of Lara Croft. I mean, if you've seen like the game cover for the original Tomb Raider game, you can see like she really doesn't look like she looks like pretty off for a human character. But yeah, I know like the original Tomb Raider game was like from like what's it, the mid '90s or something. So yeah, she does look kind of off, and yeah, the graphics like really were not very good at the time. So yeah, I really would just like to see them kind of like redo like the original Tomb Raider trilogy, because I know that they did like make like at least three Tomb Raider games for the original PlayStation, so I think that they could like remaster the original Tomb Raider trilogy from the original PlayStation and like re-release it for like the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One and stuff. So yeah, that's just like something that I thought of because of like the how the new Tomb Raider film is doing like relatively decent enough. Figured like maybe it could be good for them to like remaster the original Tomb Raider trilogy and just like give it like another go around for like a new generation to play. It's not, sort of like how what they're doing with like Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and stuff. So yeah, I really just would like to see it done, and yeah, I just really it would like be good for especially like my memories of playing the Tomb Raider games, because yeah, these were the ones that I really did play growing up rather than like the more current stuff that they have out and have had out over the years. So yeah, number 5 is Tomb Raider for me. All right, all right. Number 4 is Halo. So yeah, I know that Halo overall it really isn't like that classic. I mean, the original Halo for the Xbox, wasn't that just released in like the early 2000s or something? Like wasn't it like one of the very first games was released for the original Xbox? So yeah, it's really like not like that old, but yeah, it is like it's been out for like an inordinate amount of time. I mean, it's been out for like 18 years. Well, maybe not 18 years, but close to like at least over 15 years, let's say. So, yeah, and yeah, I remember like when I played like the first Halo game, while it did like overall like it did have some pretty good graphics for the time, I just feel like there was some stuff on it that I felt was like a little bit choppy on it and stuff. And so, and I know that like the original Xbox did have like a couple other. I know they did have at least two Halo games was released for the original Xbox. And yeah, I just felt like the graphics for the first Halo game, I felt it like kind of choppy, especially like when Master Chief would like end up going against like the other creatures and stuff. Like the creatures just seemed like kind of like the graphics on them did look kind of like cheesy and stuff, and so yeah, I felt like if they would end up like remastering the original Halo game and possibly the sequel too, and if they would like re-release it for the Xbox One stuff, I think that they could like improve on the graphics for the creatures and stuff, and even like probably I remember like when you also like played the original Halo like season mode or whatever, or and like when the characters would like end up talking to each other, that really didn't look very good either. I mean, it was just like their mouth were moving up and down, and they really didn't have any facial expression or anything. I feel like if they do release it, that's also something they could improve on. Like give like the characters when they talk, actually give them like more facial features and stuff. And yeah, I just feel like while the gameplay overall for the Halo games, they were like really good gameplay. Like it was always like of course point of view, so you in the when you were shooting someone like that looked really good. But yeah, I just feel like with like the characters talking and the design for the graphics for the creatures and stuff, I feel like maybe those could be improved a little bit. And yeah, Halo overall it is like a has grown to be like a pretty popular game series ever since its original release. Like a lot of people have really loved Halo, so yeah, I feel like people may actually like to see like the original couple Halo games end up being remastered and stuff and re-released. I don't know. I mean, of course, like there's like Halo stuff now being released. Like there's all these new Halo games for like the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 and stuff. But yeah, I think that especially for me, like I played more like the original Halo, and the sequels I really like didn't really play very much at all. So yeah, for me personally, I would like to kind of like see the original Halo have a remaster edition and just be re-released for like the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 and stuff. So yeah, that's really why I would like to see Halo be remastered and re-released. So yeah, number 4 is Halo. All right, at number 3, I have Sonic the Hedgehog game. Now, uh, I remember playing like the original Sonic games for uh, the Sega back when that was around. I mean, do people remember Sega? And yeah, I did overall. I liked the game, but I mean, it just looked like really, really like cheesy graphics. I mean, you know how those looked back in the day. It was like the Super Mario game, and Legend of Zelda and stuff. How it really just looked like very, very two-dimensional stuff, and it really just really did look kind of like uh, yeah, the effects, the graphics in that were like really, really choppy and stuff. And with like Sonic like being a pretty popular video game character, like what they are for Crash Bandicoot and Spyro and stuff, how they're pretty popular characters, and their games have been like are being remastered and re-released. I figured maybe Sonic could also end up joining that class, and they could like re-release some of like the original Sonic Hedgehog game. Now, of course, like Sega really isn't around anymore, but yeah, Sonic has been like a kind of a Nintendo property for quite a while. I mean, they put Sonic in like Super Smash Bros. Brawl and stuff, and yeah, Sonic is kind of I guess he's now a Nintendo property. So I figured maybe they could like re-release this on the Nintendo Switch or something, or even like put it on the Wii U. Yeah, I mean, there's some possibilities for this, I guess. Yeah, not really. I don't really have like too much to say about this because I mean, yeah, my memories of Sonic are like from a long time ago, so I really haven't been like too familiar with him in quite a long time. But yeah, I remember like playing when I his games on the Sega when I was like really young, and I know I have played with him on like the when I played Super Smash Bros. Brawl and stuff. So yeah, I Sonic is just like another like video game character that is like amongst people. I mean, characters like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, considering they're doing it with those characters, I figured Sonic could be another character they do that with. So yeah, number 3 is Sonic the Hedgehog. All right, at number all right, number 2 is Super Mario 64. I remember I played this game a lot on the Nintendo 64, and I really did like playing this game a lot. I mean, I really did get a lot of enjoyment out of it. But yeah, this is like with this game, like I know I'm pretty sure like a lot of Nintendo fans have played this game. I mean, Mario's like the most popular Nintendo character out there, and yeah, I just feel like the graphics for this game really haven't aged very well. I mean, you know, yeah, of course, like you don't ever have any lip movements from any character. In fact, like hardly any characters actually really did speak in that game. I think the only ones that actually really did like speak with voice were Mario and Peach. Like there were a lot of characters like the Toad and there were just like a bunch of characters Mario talked to in the game, but they didn't actually speak. Like anytime anyone else spoke other than Mario and Peach, like there wouldn't be any voices. It would just be like the pop-up letters and stuff, words that you would have to read through all the time. I figured that they would release this game. They could like actually have the characters talk rather than having to read everything. And I also feel that if they ever did do like end up releasing Super Mario 64, they could like have a change in character. Like they could actually maybe include Luigi as a possible playable character in the game too, because yeah, in the this Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, like when you play Crash Bandicoot Warped, you can actually like switch it out and switch from playing between like Crash and also Coco. Like Coco is actually a playable character in this. I remember like in the original release of Crash Bandicoot Warped, like you could play as Coco, but there were only like missions to play as Coco. Oh, like some stages where you could play as Coco and others you could play as Crash. You couldn't actually like switch it up and choose which character you wanted to play as. Where now with this remaster edition, you can actually like when you play Crash Bandicoot Warped, you can actually switch between playing as Crash and Coco. I figured if they would release a Super Mario 64 and remaster it, they could like switch it up between like playing as Mario and Luigi, because I've seen like some videos on YouTube of like people unlocking Luigi on when they play Super Mario 64. I figured like if they actually would like remaster Super Mario 64 and re-release it, like they could actually like have the feature of switching between Mario and Luigi while playing the game. Yeah. And also like probably like another thing that I would probably recommend to Nintendo if they would ever re-release this game is probably like make it like a bigger challenge to beat some of the other enemies in the game, because Mario like fights people in the game like Bowser, of course, and also he fights like the King Bomb in like the first stage of the game and stuff. And all Mario really had to do was just like throw them into stuff. Like he had to just throw Bowser into a bomb, and also the King Bomb he just had to like throw period on his back and stuff. And I figured like make it more of a challenge for Mario to beat them rather than just like throwing them and stuff. And yeah, there's like a bunch of stuff that I could add on the changes that they could make to this game to at least make it like a little more challenging and not make it like so simple to play and stuff. But yeah, there are like a bunch of things that I would like to see them remaster for this game, like the voice and stuff, like have them talk and just make it look like better, because yeah, the graphics for the Nintendo 64 really haven't aged very well either. And I figured if they would release this for like the Wii U or something, it would look a lot better. So yeah, there's just like a bunch of reasons why I would like to see this remastered. So yeah, I could just go on and on about that. So yeah, I'll just leave it at what I've said. So number 2 is Super Mario 64. And the number 1 video game that I would like to see remastered is Ape Escape. Like I've told you before, I really did love playing Ape Escape a lot on for the original PlayStation. Like I like was it was one of the games I was most obsessed with. I played it all the time, and I really did love playing it. And people, one of the major things that people have complained about for the original Ape Escape is like how bad the voice acting was, especially for the American edition. And yeah, the voice acting really wasn't very good. And I figured like if they would actually remaster it, like the voice acting, like they could actually like match up the voices with the animation and stuff, and just make it look a lot better. And yeah, and just like yeah, I really just don't really know, but yeah, I would just like remaster the game and just give it better graphics and stuff and make it just look a lot better. And yeah, because just the reason I just really want this one to be remastered the most is just because how much I loved the original Ape, and I played it so much, and I would just really like to see it like remastered for the PlayStation 4, and just so I can like get it again and just play it just as much as I did before, and just have it look a lot better than it did for the original PlayStation. So yeah, I really don't think I really need to say much about it, but yeah, I really did like the game. But yeah, I just want to see it just give it better graphics, better voice acting, and just like make an improved version of the original Ape Escape, while it will still be like just as playable as it was before. Maybe I'll just have more reason to come back to it because it'll look a lot better and the voice acting will be a lot better, and just yeah, I could just really just say that over and over just because I would just really want to see it look better. Like it was just as playable. It was really playable when I for the original PlayStation, but if they were remastering it, I was just like really would want to come back because it will look like so much better, and I would just like really get I think because it would look better, I think I may actually get more enjoyment out of playing it than I did before. So, yeah, number 1 is just Ape Escape. Alright, so yeah, those are the 5 classic video games I would like to see remastered and re-released the for current consoles. If there are any classic video games that you would like to see remastered and re-released for a current console, well, comment it on my channel or send me a personal message and just tell me what are some of classic video games that you would like to see remastered if I didn't have ones that you would like to see in this countdown, in this list. So yeah, let me know if there are any video games that you want to see remastered and re-released for any current console. Alright, so yeah, but yeah, those are the 5 that I would like to see. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this list. And yeah, I don't know, and like I've told you guys before, I don't know if you saw the video that I did last week about my thoughts on Grace for Rumble, but I said in that video that my great aunt is having like a knee replacement surgery, and she's having that done tomorrow. So, oh, yeah, she was gonna be like at the hospital for at least a few days after getting the surgery, and then after that she'll go to a rehab. So yeah, she won't be here for probably at least a week. So yeah, I'll be able to just get out some videos to you guys. I just, during that time, yeah, I mean, I won't like really be held up with like looking after her. Like, of course, I'm gonna go see her, but yeah, I won't be like held up with like taking care of her here for at least a week. So yeah, I'll be able to get the videos out to you guys, and yeah, I will like yeah, and like I've told you guys before, I do have something planned for the month of May. So yeah, once the month comes, I will like yeah, I will like tell you guys what my plans are this year for May. And so yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, I will like try to make a couple more videos. I'll give my thoughts on like the greatest Royal Rumble match once I see it. And if I do go see event, oh yeah, when I go see Avengers Infinity War, I'll give my thoughts to you guys on that. And yeah, I'll just like do some other videos for you guys also. So yeah, so yeah, I still got some more stuff coming at you. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.